Welcome to I'm Just Saying No podcast with the host that smokes the most, Dominique. Let's get into it. The strand of the day today is going to be Gelato 13. I don't know if you guys haven't heard of it, but it's a really great flavor. It's a heavy indica. It's definitely one of those strains you want to smoke before you go to sleep. So let's get into the tea. I want to start off with the Brittany Griner situation. I'm so thankful that she's home. Okay, so I've been getting a lot of emails. I've been reading all over. People harass me on TikTok about this scenario. The reason I want to talk about is because Brittany is a WNBA star. She went to Russia. She was caught with wax pens in her bag. They detained her. She was sentenced in Russia for 10 years for wax pens. Remind you, in the United States, weed is completely legal. They are able to tax off of it. They are able to make millions and millions of money off of legalized weed in America. Now, the problem is people are in an uproar because she was traded for the guy that they call the Merchant of Death. He's an arms dealer. He sold guns all over the world, missiles, bombs, all types of things you could think of. He they say that he sold to Al Qaeda. He's completely denied those claims. My thing is this: they wanted Waylon to be um not detained in a Russian prison anymore, which I totally understand. He fought for our country. He should definitely not be a prisoner of war. My thing is this here: Waylon is not a person that was up for negotiation. That is a person that Russia does not want to let out of their sight for whatever reason. We don't know that. We don't know the reasons. Okay. So with that being said, was Brittany supposed to just sit there and rot for weed? A 10-year sentence? We know that's extremely excessive. Extremely excessive. The conditions that she was living in was completely inhumane. So I'm thankful that Biden did do what he needed to do to get one of our Americans back home. Now, I also want to talk to the people that have so much to say, but forget that their favorite president in the world, Donald Trump, was in office for 4 years. The same amount of time Waylon has been sitting in a Russian prison. Donald Trump has a relationship with Putin. With Putin, there's no reason why he shouldn't have made those negotiations. So you guys are all looking at Biden. You guys want to have a reason to not like Biden or whatever the case. Let this be the reason. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I go for who has the best interest in my people. I believe voting locally is the most important thing that you could do in your city and your state. Voting locally is important. Me personally, I'm proud of Biden and Kamala Harris for actually doing something during this term, and bringing Brittany home to her family is an A plus in my book. Okay, I know it's a lot of stuff that's going to come behind that, but there was no reason why she should have been there that long. Okay. Um, moving on. Let's get to Kanye really quick. I'm not going to be on here too long, but I do want to talk about Kanye. Kanye is in a space where he does not know who he is. He doesn't know his identity. He doesn't. I want to believe that Kanye is smart and he's a genius. Now, this is the thing. I don't believe he's a genius because if you're a genius, you read, you understand, and you know history. So I cannot agree with him being a genius and also looking at Adolf Hitler like he's a great person. I don't I just that doesn't equate to a person that's a genius. Because if you read and you know the type of person that Hitler was, you would know how vile he is. Okay, it takes a different type of person to make a shirt that says "White Lives Matter," knowing how destructive that can be to the black community. So I'm gonna be real. I think Kanye West is having a mental breakdown. He married into a family that has continuously showed us how they ruined men, from black men to white men. I mean, you gotta be a certain type of person to be married to a person for years, have kids with this person, have some type of hatred in your heart to say, I don't care what you guys are doing, I don't care how you guys are doing it. I want to be a female. Has no disrespect to the trans community. But imagine, this is an Olympic athlete. So there is something that is not healthy happening behind those closed doors. Nobody wants to talk about it. Let's talk about it. It's something demonic going on. Every group of men, every man that's brought into that family, at some point their lives are destroyed. They are dragged through the media. They lose the endorsements. They lose money. And in some cases, these people lose the rights of being fathers, or they have to pay crazy amounts. Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, both are extremely successful. Kim Kardashian even asking for child support should show you the character of a person that she is. How much more do you want? It's selfish. It's completely selfish. You're a successful person. Your kids want for nothing. Why would you want an additional $200 a month in child support? Something I will never understand. This is a person that you've been with, you married, you had 4 kids by this person, and now you want 200,000 a month and child support. You guys are both successful. Instead of you saying, I want him to go on with his life, be happy, be in a kid's life. I don't need child support. I don't need that. You know how many women do that are successful? So it makes me look at her character. It completely makes me look at her as a flawed person. Honestly, I don't care how much you're doing in this world. You have 4 kids with a man, and you are doing so much to try to get these other people out of jail and all this. You want to be a lawyer, but you can't fix your household. That's a problem. That's a flaw. That's a bad trait. Nobody's going to talk about it. Nobody's going to say anything about it. But we're not going to spend too much time on Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. We know Kanye definitely needs to go sit down and talk to somebody. He definitely has mental health issues. But I want to move along and say how excited I am for Rihanna's performance at the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be amazing. I'm completely against the Super Bowl right now. I'm not watching any football, anything in NBA. I'm not watching it, but I will tune in for Rihanna's performance at the Super Bowl. And the reason I'm falling back a little bit, because I'm a huge football and sports fan, I'm falling back a little bit because I feel like how Kyrie was reprimanded, Jerry Jones did not receive that same energy. I don't care how old Jerry Jones was. The thing about Jerry Jones and Kyrie is Kyrie was searching and trying to understand information. He's learning, he's growing. He took responsibility of saying, "Hey, I didn't know. I was just trying to figure out what was going on, where I came from, who I am." Because again, that was stolen from us. We don't know where we came from. We don't know who our ancestor was 100 or 200 years ago unless we do a DNA test. With Jerry Jones, you're living in Little Rock, Arkansas, one of the most racist places in America. Okay? With a huge following of the KKK. You cannot make me believe that Jerry Jones went out there just to be a spectator. Absolutely, positively not. You went out there, you knew exactly what was going to happen. You knew them kids were trying to come into that school to get a better education, and you were out there with the rest of the white mob to stop them black kids from entering the school. But nowhere did I see Fox News? Did I see NBC? Did I see TMC? Did I see any of these platforms who tore down Kyrie and thought you guys could stop him playing from the league when his athleticism is far much better? Okay? But you guys keep the book on Amazon. People are still able to purchase it. People are still able to watch the movie. There's no reprimand. Nobody gets reprimanded. Only Kyrie. He has this whole list of things that he needs to do. But Jerry Jones doesn't have a list. Amazon doesn't have a list. And do you guys say there's no problem? There's no racism. People need to get over it. No. You guys need to figure out a way to get over it. You need to figure out a way to stop hating us so much that you want to break us. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. I want to say, though, Kyrie, I respect him so much more on just his composure and how he handled the whole scenario. Because he could have went a totally different way about it. And it's very much respectable on my end. So I do want to get into some other things like the Housewives of Potomac. Listen, okay, I am a housewife lover. I love all the housewives from Beverly Hills to my favorite Atlanta. I even like Salt Lake City, even though the whole Mormon thing and Mormons being extremely racist to black people, and that'll be a whole different episode, okay? But I want to get on the colorism on the Potomac season. I don't think they understand. They say, "Oh, it's colorism." No, I don't think you guys get it. When people are light, fair-skinned women, I don't even think they see what they're doing. Okay, if you see a woman throw a drink, be aggressive, be violent, and she's dark skinned, the first thing you're going to say is she's aggressive, she's violent, she's ghetto, XYZ. Now, you see a fair skinned woman doing that, and none of those words are brought up. People act like the dark skinned woman, which was Wendy, was the antagonizer. When she came into the dinner, did nothing, sat down, enjoyed her food. Peter came and spoke. Whatever conversation. First off, it was very unprofessional for Peter to have a conversation business wise with somebody that's not involved in the business, which was Mia Bigfoot. Okay, she should. He was out of line for that. So I blame him for the situation that happened. But I blame Mia for being so mad and aggressive and thought that Wendy wasn't supposed to take up for herself. That is the issue. That is the problem. We're dealing with people who cannot take responsibility for their actions. You were wrong. You threw a drink at a person. You threw a purse. You broke your nails. Why were you so mad? That's why people say it's colorism on the show. Because the same thing Monique Samuels got kicked off, got dragged through the media about, is the same exact thing Mia's doing. The same exact thing. Because you throw a drink on anybody in this regular, normal life, do you think they're going to sit there and take it? No, they're going to snatch that wig up off your head. So, Giselle, Robin, Giselle and Robin are just, those are two people that are next level, bottom of the barrel. They have no respect for nobody other than themselves. Robin is completely miserable and it literally seeks through the TV. Hopefully next season or during the reunion, she can be doing a lot of apologizing, because who records? How antagonizing is it for you to have a full camera crew on set to have a person also record you when you're not even the one attacking anybody? Not who doesn't record the person is actually. Why are you recording at all? Is really a question. But we're not going to spend too much time on them. Ashley, Derby, you need to figure out what you want to do with your life, girl. Please, okay. But anyways, we're gonna move on. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. I do want to speak on Love and Hip Hop reunion. I think it's funny and hilarious how scripted a lot of these shows is, and just like Blueface and Chris Sean's show, Crazy in Love, like The things that we're putting out there for black people, black kids, is just not positive. The representation that these kids are seeing on TV is horrible. It's nothing that I would want my child to watch. At some point, Zeus Network, VH1, they have to do better. You have to be able to go into a drawing room or a writing room, whatever, and come up with positive freaking characters for black people. Every character does not need to be fighting. Every situation does not have to be black people putting down other black people putting down other black businesses. How can we figure out a way to push positive black images? That is a huge, huge thing that the black community needs. Little black girls, little black boys need to see positive images on their of themselves on TV. Why do you think so many boys and girls, especially boys, think their only option is the NFL or NBA? They don't think they can be phlebotomists. They don't think they can be freaking doctors. They don't think they can be pharmacists because they don't see enough of those images at all. Okay, so that's something that we really, really as a community needs to work on. Okay, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I did want to speak on academics and Caresha, which is Young Miami from City Girls, getting into it over P Diddy having a baby by Mrs. Tran, who is a cybersecurity specialist. Um, and it seems like academics is just going in on Carisha, calling her side piece. She ain't nothing but a side piece. But this is my thing with academics. Academics has a strong complex with women. Why do you feel comfortable arguing with females? It's really tacky. Have that same energy with men, but you gotta also understand academics is the same person that gives 6ix9ine a platform. This is a person that put on a persona, wanted to act like a group of people, went to jail for it, told on those group of people, got out of jail, still monopolized off their life, and academics gives them a platform. So he's already been a bitch. So him arguing with a female is like me looking at him argue with my sister. It's like two bitches arguing. It's unprofessional. It's tasteless. If Carisha's a side piece or that's your opinion, you feel like it, keep it to yourself. Let everybody have their own opinion. You have a big enough platform where what you put out can potentially hurt or damage her career. And that's the problem with bloggers. Bloggers think it's okay for them to get on their platform and say and do anything and there's no repercussions that happens after that, which there should be. I don't care who you are, everybody is human, everybody has their own lives. People need to figure out what they love and focus on that. If it's hating and commenting on other people's lives all the time, you need to find another hobby. Anyways, moving on. Congratulations to Diddy and his new bundle of joy. Definitely. But I definitely want to end my because it's not going to be a long podcast. I'm literally freestyling this off the top of my head, so I do apologize. Next time I'm gonna have everything written down, and it'll be so much more professional. I just want to give you guys something so you guys know that I am back, that I am going to become more consistent with dropping content. So you guys do know what's going on. I'm definitely going to start doing some video podcasts so you can get the whole vibe. Um, but I definitely want people to tune in, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. That's some shit I want to talk about here. So I want to end it with what I'm bumping. So what I'm bumping right now, I'm listening to some DB about a bag. He's from Sacramento. I'm listening to some CML, which is Lavish D. He's from Sacramento also. I'm listening to Dollar Davis and Ray Bans. They're both from San Diego. They're dope artists. I'm listening to Owe, KT Foreign, both from San Diego. Dope artists. dropped a project. It's called I'm Just Saying. It's an EP. It has CML on it. It has Big Sad on it. It has KT Foreign. It has Oway. It has Pimp C. It has Dollar Davis. It's a dope project. Great songs on it. That CD, well, CD, you can tell I'm old, right? That album is on repeat right now. I listen to it in the gym. I listen to it when I'm just driving in the car. That's what I'm listening to. Look it up. I'm Just Saying it's an EP. It has multiple different artists on it. It's 7 songs, so it keeps your attention span. And we'll be coming back with another episode. Yeah, so I'll be back with another episode. Make sure you guys subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend and tell her baby daddy. Okay?